What a lovely day. Birds are chirping, the sky is blue, everything's right with the world. Unless you're in Riverview. If you thought that this was going to be a wholesome story about a lovely Sims family, you clicked on the wrong video. Poor Kirsten Remington. She met her demise at such a young age. No explanations, no witnesses, nothing. But can something about her case be unearthed? What could have happened to her? Let's find out. Hello everyone, and welcome to The Sims Lore. Before we begin this lovely, incredibly happy and humorous video, which it probably won't be that much, let's face it guys, it's about a dead kid, I wanted to thank today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Opera GX. Opera GX is a browser that is specifically built for us gamers. It lets you integrate social media channels like WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitch, Discord, and more, as well as control your CPU and RAM usage while you game. So you're playing The Sims, but you also want to chat with me on Discord and listen to one of my videos. Usual Sunday night, am I right? Well, Opera GX comes with GX Control, which helps enhance the performance of your PC while gaming with your browser open and gets rid of the lag while playing games and listening to music. It's perfect for when you want to keep many tabs open and you don't want your browser to hurt that sweet Sims performance. You can also browse all your socials from the sidebar and get notifications right here. You can fully customize the way it looks and the sounds it makes, and let me tell you, the satisfaction of having a clickety-clackety keyboard sound is the best. That's it, that's the best feature. Just kidding. You can also use Player, another integrated app that lets you listen to music through Spotify, SoundCloud, or YouTube Music, just to name a few, directly from your sidebar as well, so you can keep all your favorite streaming services in one place. Whenever you start streaming video or audio in your browser tabs, Player automatically pauses them and then automatically resumes them once the tab is finished, with a nice fade as well, might I add, which is really soft on the ears. I use this one all the time when I need some calming music to investigate a new lore mystery, but the cool thing about it is that you can switch between all of these apps in Player if you use multiple. You can also limit your network bandwidth used by Opera GX browser to gain performance in games and streams. Opera GX is also on mobile and it can be connected to the desktop version. The best part about all of this is that you can use it for free, so you can start using it like right now. The download link is in the description. Alright, back to the dead pixel children. Today, we're looking at a dead kid again. My favorite subject. For legal reasons, that is a joke. This video is for entertainment purposes only. These people are not real. They are pixel people. Please do not sue for emotional distress. A warning. Please proceed watching the video with caution as it contains subject matter that could be distressing. This mystery piqued my interest when deceased kid Sims were being discussed on my Discord server in the Mysteries and Drama channel, so if you're not a member yet and if you'd like your theory to show up in a future video, you can join the Sims Lore Discord server where we explore and investigate mysteries, vent about our lives, and have fun game nights. The link will be down in the description. The Discord discussion inspired me to create this series, The Ghost Children of The Sims 3, and this is its 4th episode where we'll be looking at Kirsten Remington and how she might have met her demise. So grab your snacks, hold on tightly to your pets, partners, or plushies, and let's dive right into the mystery. Don't forget to subscribe and like this if you enjoyed it. Alright, let's get straight into the video. The events of this mystery take place in the small town of Riverview. You're probably familiar with the town, available as a free downloadable town from the Sims 3 website. It is described to be a sleepy town surrounded by the Simoman River, where its residents have some dirt to hide that can be unearthed by newcomers. And dirt to hide there is. Don Lothario, the Brogue family, and the newbies all made a comeback with this town. We've explored some of the families, including Kirsten's relatives in this video right here, so if you're not familiar with them, you can give this a watch. A quick rundown of the family for those of you who saw it, or those of you who are refusing to watch it even though you have no idea what I'm talking about. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Go watch it. And disable your ad block. Kirsten is a child buried on her family's estate next to her mother Eileen and close to her teen brother Cody. Her father is also deceased and on the property, but is cremated and sits next to the TV in someone's bedroom. Lovely. Beautiful location, large home, weird stuff in it, basement doesn't lead to anything. It's all prime real estate. That'll be $5,000 a month. Basically, Kirsten died of drowning, her mother of starvation, her teen brother of a fire, and her dad of electrocution. Kirsten also had an aunt who is buried in the Old Town Cemetery and died of drowning as well, just like Kirsten. But more on this later. The only Remington left alive is Hannah Jones, who married Aidan Jones. Technically, because of the patriarchy, Hannah is only a Remington by blood. What I failed to mention last time in my video about the living Remington relatives, and yes, I make mistakes sometimes too, although most of the time I'm perfect and know absolutely everything. So yeah, there's actually a house description for the Remington estate. It says that Jasper, not him, Kirsten's father, had a dream that if he kept building on this house, his legacy would go on forever, and that a few residents of Riverview find this house an eyesore, but many just embrace it as part of the history and they think his dream came true. To understand what might have happened to Kirsten, we have to look at the rest of the family. So we have quite a bit of info on them and their humble abode, but why are all these family members dead? Why did they all die of these different causes? None of the family members died of old age. They all seem to have died of tragic accidents. Or were these deaths really an accident? There's only one way to find out. Let's investigate. Let's start with the graveyard, where Lydia, the only Remington family member, is buried. Her gravestone is facing the mausoleum, and behind her, a Janine Jones lies to rest. Janine Jones. Jones, as in Aidan Jones? I wonder if there's a connection there. Interesting. Next to Lydia is a sim called Garouche Moed. She died of starvation just like Eileen. So interestingly, Lydia didn't know anyone in her family. She had the Taurus star sign and her favourites were indie music, autumn salad and the colour aqua. She was a technophobe, a vegetarian, natural cook, handy, and had a green thumb. Other than her lifetime wish being have the perfect garden, we don't know much else about her. Eileen had a really good relationship with her husband Jasper and her two kids Cody and Kirsten. She didn't know her sister-in-law Lydia or her niece Hannah. Her grave is outside the kitchen window and she died of starvation. Was someone torturing her? Not letting her eat? That's some dark stuff, you guys. Eileen had the Cancer star sign and her favourites were classical music, cobbler and the colour Irish green. She loved the outdoors, was charismatic, a snob, ambitious and friendly. Her lifetime wish was to become super popular. Not much else is known about her as her bio is empty and she doesn't have any skills. Okay, moving on to her husband Jasper. Again, great relationship with his wife Eileen and his kids Kirsten and Cody, but strangely, Jasper didn't know his own sister. Many speculate that he died by electrocution since his urn is right next to the TV. More on theories later. He had the Pisces star sign and his favourites were electronica music, mac and cheese, and the colour blue. He was insane, neat, a bookworm, good, and a hopeless romantic. His lifetime wish was to become an illustrious author. Again, not much else is known about him as his bio is blank and he doesn't have any skills. Next, Kirsten's older brother, teen Cody. He had a good relationship with his parents, but when you resurrect him, he's only acquaintances with Kirsten. That might be because he didn't know her well while they were growing up, or didn't know her at all. Weird, right? He had the Leo star sign and his favourites were classical music, waffles, and the colour aqua. He was good, handy, a heavy sleeper, and a snob. He had a lifetime wish, which is unusual for teens or kids, and it's to become an illustrious author like his dad Jasper. Nope, wrong Jasper again. Come on. Now on to Kirsten. Again, she has a great relationship with her parents, but doesn't know anybody else. She has the Libra star sign, and her favourites were classical music, fruit parfait, and the colour Irish green. She was a slob, a bookworm, and ambitious. Just like her mother Eileen, Kirsten has the super popular lifetime wish. Which again, just like Cody, it's very weird to have at such a young age, but still very possible. Okay, so now that we have information on all the family members, it's time to get into some theories. We'll start off with yours. Many of you are saying that Kirsten was murdered. Of course you think that. This is the Sims lore channel. Most Sims we look into seem to have died in really strange circumstances. Little Green Sunflower wrote on my previous video on the Remingtons that they think Kirsten could have died of drowning from a car accident. This is because I showed this footage right here of a car wreck in Riverview. Someone also mentioned that the car is on the wrong side of the road and would have gotten there by crossing through the lanes. Lacey Allen also has the same theory, but this time involving Lydia and saying she killed herself in a murder-suicide with Kirsten in the car by driving into the water. I mean, where do you guys get these ideas from? Oh my god. Am I the bad influence? No, I don't think I am, right? While the first theory could make sense, the second one not so much. Sorry, Lacey. Kirsten didn't know Aunt Lydia. Lydia didn't even know her own brother. All very strange, but maybe we can uncover it. Another one of your theories, written by Mr. Cliff34, is that Eileen was supposed to be the one who died with Kirsten and Lydia of starvation. This makes way more sense for them because of the way Eileen died and the same with her daughter Kirsten. However, I think there's definitely something up with the fact that Eileen died of starvation and is buried under the kitchen window. In Mr. Cliff's theory, they're also saying that Eileen died of starvation due to her failing health since she has hints of grey hair. I mean, that could also be due to aging and also premature graying hair, which I know all about, unfortunately, but anything is possible. Another theory by Emily Miller may be less dark. Or maybe not. Now, this is pretty bleak, but I love it. This theory makes loads of sense, and I could see it all being pieced together in some awful, tragic story. We've taken a look at what you guys think might have happened to Kirsten and some of her family members, so let's look at my theories. First off, let's come back to Janine, who I assumed is related to Aiden. Well, she isn't, I don't think. They have nothing in common. Not looks or any traits, so I think that rules her out as a possible suspect or participant in Kirsten's story. I think any theory with Lydia in it probably is out of the question, considering she didn't even know her. Usually Sims can be acquaintances, absolutely, but when you freshly resurrect them, these relationships are added, not from previous memories, but because you've resurrected the others as well, and they all just met. So if you guys are thinking, haha, Miss Laura's wrong, Lydia knew Kirsten, it's right there in her relationship panel. Think again. Now that we have one less suspect, let's move on to Eileen, Kirsten's mother. One theory I had is that Eileen killed her daughter by drowning her and then starved herself. But then I think, well, that doesn't really fit with their good relationship and she doesn't have the insane trait. Perhaps Kirsten's drowning was an accident and grief-stricken Eileen starved herself. That's a possibility as well. Let's look at Jasper, Kirsten's dad. Again, they had a good relationship, so I think him murdering her is out of the question as well. Also, the way Jasper died was most likely an accident as well. But if you noticed, his sister Lydia is a technophobe and handy, which makes me think that Lydia sabotaged the TV, as one of the quirks of being a technophobe is being able to sabotage electronics. This could very well be the case, you guys. Although it doesn't explain what happened to Kirsten. Next up is Cody. Something is so strange about Cody. He either barely knew Kirsten or didn't know her at all. How come she was a stranger to him? Was he at boarding school the entire time Kirsten was growing up? Then maybe after her death he came back to be with the family and then died in a fire? This case is so confusing, I'm not sure if we can get to the bottom of this. Maybe there's no explanation, maybe this case will remain unsolved. No, but seriously, I have no idea what is going on in this mess. Perhaps it was only just an accident and nobody seems to know what happened, or maybe something more sinister happened here, or it was all just randomized by the developers. Either way, this one will remain unsolved. Alright guys, there you have it, lots of info on Kirsten and her death. Let me know your own theories in the comments below. What do you think really happened to her? Was she murdered, or could it have been just an accident? I'd like to thank my patrons Negative Dana, Papa Khan, Leo Thompson, Artsy Flashback, Nathan Lim, A Wild Kitty Cat, Kita-chan the Arcane Archer, Carolyn, Whitney, Amy Louise, Charlie, Libby Young, Perlog Anwil, Shelby Hill, Nicole Dante, Kiwi, Amy Hassel, Alia Deshayas, Elizabeth Lindloff, and ML. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. That's it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like the video if you enjoyed it and let me know your theories in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram for more lore and updates. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!